Hello nerds, you are about to jump into the nerd news pertaining to comic books and books right here with me, Generally Nerdy, pre-recording on the things and the stuff, but this is the most recent episode, I promise you. If you want to see the entire episode, then check out the top link in the description, assuming you are watching on YouTube. Otherwise, youtube.com/generallynerdy and generallynerdy.net are the best places to go for that. So without any further ado, let's hit the news. All right, now we're getting into comic books, and we have one piece that we're talking about, and this is our reasonably nerdy piece for this episode. I am going to get hung in the comments section for my take on this piece. What are we talking about? So it was just announced that from the chief creative officer over at DC during DC Fandome, it was announced that, chief creative officer being Jim Lee, by the way, Superman is changing his saying from his motto, I guess is the word I was looking for, from truth, justice, and the American way. That's what he fights for, right? Well, now it's going to be truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. I honestly, there is definitely two schools of thought here. It doesn't need to change because even though he says the American way, he is the protector of the earth, and it's never stopped him from protecting the earth before, so why would it stop him now that we have these new writers who are very agenda-driven? I can kind of see that argument. However, I would counter that argument and say truth, justice, and the American way has always been incorrect for Superman, because he's never just fought for this country. He is, well, save for the propaganda books back in the days of World War II, that's a different story entirely. But in modern continuity, Superman has never just fought for America. He has always fought for the world. So why would his motto be that he fights for truth, justice, and the American way if he is the Earth's protector, not America's protector? In the Marvel side of things, if Captain America rather had a motto similar to this and that was changed, that would be a little bit more angering because he is very specifically the protector of the country. Superman is protector of the world in almost every aspect of the things that he does is to protect us from alien threats that are outside of this world. So this change kind of makes sense. I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for this, but I just think the reasonable thing, if you put your politics aside, the reasonable conclusion to come to here is, yeah, this makes sense. This actually probably should have happened decades ago. The American way bit actually was not always a part of the motto. That was added in the mid-40s. Originally, it was just truth and justice. They added the American way as part of the propaganda. So again, reasonably nerdy thing to conclude here is that, yeah, he's our world protector. He's our Earth protector. So you can't, and the Earth way, that's not really a thing. Truth, justice, and a better tomorrow is hope for everyone. He doesn't involve himself in well, he shouldn't involve himself with politics. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave that one. I just feel like this made a lot of sense to me when I heard it, in spite of the fact that I think a lot of the things that DC and Marvel are doing right now for their personal politics or their social politics or whatever you want to call it, is very broken and headed in a bad direction. This is not part of that. This, in the minds of some, is definitely part of that, but this, I think, is one of the things that is actually going to stand the test of time, whereas the agenda-driven nonsense is going to fall to the wayside very, very soon. And reasonably nerdy caps off. All right, so that's all we've got for comic books. There was a little bit of other stuff going on. I'm really going to lean on the community for this. If you have something that you want me to cover, Not a specific story arc, because that's not news as far as the culture is concerned, which is what we cover here on the channel. But if there's a new book that is not from the big, honestly, I'm going to say the big three, being DC, Marvel, and Image, and I haven't heard about it, please, by all means, let me know and we will cover it. Much like I did an episode or two ago where one of the new followers is an artist on a new book, I will absolutely cover that announcement. But as it stands right now, that's what we've got, so we're moving on. Once again, this was the comic books and books section from the Week in Nerddom, a much larger show that I do twice a week, so you can go find the most recent episode if you follow the link in the description, or if you're not watching on YouTube, then just check out youtube.com/generallynerdy or generallynerdy.net, or to get behind the paywall, patreon.com/generallynerdy, not paywall.com. Wouldn't that be a thing? Anyway, thank you very much, nerds. We are going to head out now. Before I go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.